With the start of the fall season and cooler weather, it's time to shift gears. It's time to get back outdoors and be active again. When I was teaching in Los Angeles, I started a company that provided flexibility training to professional athletes called Elite Sport Yoga. I'm now starting ESY here in Dubai, and over the next few videos on Yoga with Barry, I'll be teaching you some tips and tricks to help your body recover faster from your workout, prevent injury, recover from injury, and enhance your performance, all through flexibility training. Cycling is up and coming fast in Dubai, whether it's outdoor or indoor. I'm an avid cyclist myself. I teach indoor cycling at Flywheel Sports, a new indoor cycling studio that's opened in Dubai, and in Los Angeles, I didn't own a car but preferred to get around the city on my racing bike. I'm here today with Paul Watson, a professional cyclist and also an instructor at the new indoor cycling studio, Flywheel Sports. I'm going to work with Paul to help him release some pain he's been feeling from consistently cycling. Okay, so for this second stretch, to help cyclists release through their glutes, low back, and hamstrings, I'm going to have Paul start on all fours once again. Hands right underneath the shoulders, so weights distributed evenly through the arms into the hands and knees underneath the hips. From here, he's going to step his right foot up between his hands. There you go. So try to keep scooting that foot forward so the heel is directly underneath your knee. Once you're there, try to push through that back left heel as far as you can. So you want to get as much length between the feet as possible. So just pivot this back foot back as far as it can go, and then you can lower that left knee back down to the floor. Very good. Okay, so the next step is for Paul to walk his foot over to his left-hand side. He's going to try to place his right knee down where his foot started in this position here. So Paul, just carefully walk that over and come all the way down. Now Paul did a little adjustment here, which you can do as well. You can scoot this foot as far back as you need to, closer to your hip. That'll make this stretch a little bit easier. If you want it to be a little more intense, you want to have this knee more at a 90-degree angle. So the next step is for just Paul to relax and breathe. He's going to work with each breath to release his hips closer and closer down to the floor. And he's going to work to keep as much weight from his upper body traveling through the arms into the hands to the floor rather than holding himself up through the hips this way. This is difficult to demonstrate physically, but as Paul breathes and relaxes, his muscle will continue to release and relax. His nervous system will slowly start to adjust to the longer and longer length that we're asking the muscle to do. And as he holds this for about 30 to 60 seconds, you'll notice a nice release. You may get to a point where it feels like you can't go any further, but if you just stay there and breathe and allow the nervous system to relax and adapt, you'll be able to release a little bit deeper into the stretch. And that's what we're shooting for here. As Paul does this consistently, his nervous system will adjust to this working length, and that's called gaining flexibility. So to release out of the stretch in a way that will be most effective to maintain this working length that we've gained, there's two things you can do. You can either shift your weight over to your right side, or you can shift your weight forward. So I'm going to ask Paul to shift his weight as much forward into his upper body as he can. This will allow him to drag his left knee a little bit closer until he's able to comfortably uncross his legs. We want to keep the muscle as relaxed as possible coming out of the stretch. This is very important. At all times, we should move as slowly as possible, spend time in the stretch in order to gain as much flexibility and allow the nervous system to relax and adapt.